I just can't believe it. I just am surprised that you like her that much. Yeah, I know what people say about redheads, but I mean, come on. Wilma Flintstone? I mean, Betty, I understand. You know, Betty was a nugget, but Wilma, she had one boob, and it was in the middle of her chest. And she had no eyeballs either. I mean, if you like redheads that much, why not Daphne from Scooby-Doo or Janie Jetson, huh? Wilma. Next thing you tell me, what, you like olive oil too? Hello? Oh, stupid fool. Hello. Oh, hey, Susie, what's happening? What? You're kidding me. That's fantastic. Did you guys set a date? Oh, my God. Yeah, of course I'll be there. And that's a very cool guy you're getting to. Seems like a really good guy. Me? Nah, same old stuff. Yeah, I went out and played pool last night. I met this one girl, but it didn't really seem to work out. Well, okay, we're hanging by the bar. Everything's cool, right? And she turns around and she notices a couple playing pool. And the guy's kind of helping the girl out. So my girl turns to look at me and she goes, I hate that. I hate it when guys can't think that girls can't play pool. It's only pool, for goodness sake. What's the big deal? So she turns to me. She says, don't you think that's stupid? Well, I told her it wasn't stupid. Well, because everybody knows that guys are better at pool than girls are.
No.
Everybody. What are you getting so mad about? I'm not a male chauvinist pig. I just... What? Susie, come on. What? Hello? Didn't want to go to your wedding anyway. Damn boyfriend's a goofball. Look at this mess, Jesus. Wilma Flintstone. And girls better pool than guys? I mean, everybody knows that when you're playing pool, you don't want to think like a girl. You want to think like a guy. Good evening. My name is Bill. The last name is spelled Y-E-R-D. Yerd. Bill Yerd. And I'd like to tell you how I fell in love with a game. Or should I say a dame. And what made me fall for her? What attracted me so much? What else? She had a nice rack. A nice rack, you say. That got you going? Yeah, that got me going. And why? Because I'm a guy. Mm-hmm. Now, like most guys, instinctively the first thing I did was grab my own stick. I'm not embarrassed to tell you I gave it a few strokes just to make sure it was working properly and doing its thing. It was. Now, ladies, they always say they like a man with a sense of humor. So, of course, I immediately tried to break her up. Yeah, but I tried too hard. I guess you could say I went balls out and nothing really seemed to work for me. Pretty soon another guy stepped in and began taking his shot at things. So I stepped back. I knew it was still early on. I figured when it's my chance again, I'd take advantage. Now, I gotta admit, my competitor, he was doing a solid job. So I decided to go after this little number in stripes. She was hiding behind two of her friends, seemingly not into things. But I knew if I took just the right angle, I could get to her. Oh, now ladies, I know what you're thinking. No, don't use trickery. Be upfront with her. See, that doesn't work in this game. In this game, you need to use angles to get what you want. So I used angles. And why? Because I'm a guy. So I stared her down. And she couldn't believe I was coming after her. And so initially, I didn't. I shot over, hit another part of the scene. Made her think I was going somewhere else. But I quickly bounced out of there. And when she wasn't looking, I rolled up behind her. I gave her a quick kiss on just the right spot. And sure enough, I was in. And this made me feel good. And why? Because I'm a guy. However, the real key to being a player isn't how you go after one, but how you set up the next. I had done a good job and had a hot thing waiting for me in the corner. So I lined her up. She was all mine. But then suddenly I decided not to go for it. I mean, what for? She'd be there all night, right? I mean, it really wasn't going to take much for her to go for me, so if somewhere down the line I really got in trouble, that's when I'd play her. Oh, now ladies, don't get your panties all ruffled. See, I know what you're saying. Typical man. You got what you want right in front of you. But instead of settling for that, something sure, something dependable, but you let your eyes drift. You look for something more challenging, something more attractive. Well, ladies, you're absolutely right. I figure if I do things right, I could run this whole place. Why would I want to do that? Because I'm a guy. Now, before I go any further, let me explain something to you. See, each of my targets is different. Some are looking for a soft touch. Others, quite frankly, need a good bang. Some are easy and some are hard. Some just want a guy who can deliver some proper English. Some want you to jump for them, and some are so difficult to get to that you need to put some serious spin on your approach. But if done well, even they will fall for you. Well, as the night was wearing on, I was doing a good job. I kept striking on cue. My pockets were filling up with numbers, and I kept chalking up each and every one. Because that's what guys do, and I'm a guy. But later on in the evening, I jumped back in the mix. I couldn't believe what I saw. At first, I thought my eyes were deceiving me, but no. It was there. The ultimate sat right there. Every guy's fantasy. I had a chance of getting two at once. Woo! Oh, the stories I could tell with this one. My friends would want to hear about it over and over again. I'd become a legend. And why? Well, because my friends are guys. So I circled the scene. I'm going after two at once. You got to be precise or you ain't getting nothing. But I finally took my shot, and it felt good. But no, I was a little bit off. They sent me careening off to the side, and I fell right out the side exit. Oh, it was embarrassing. I mean, those two were bad news, and they sent me into a real tailspin. Pretty soon, I couldn't get anything to go for me, and worst of all, I had picked up something along the way. And now I'm scratching left and right. No one shot was going to cure this. So I just kept on scratching and scratching. And then before I knew it, I started going after old numbers that I had already hit on. But they kept hanging by the rails and getting boxed in by their friends who knew I was only after one thing. And I said, no, I'm not. And they said, sure you are. And you know why? Because you're a guy. So I turned conservative. Not Republican conservative, just conservative. And slowly but surely I made my way back into the game. In the end, there was only one more number to get. This little sister. See, everybody wanted her, but not too early. I mean, you know what they say. Once you go black, you never go back. Well, it's true. Oh, yeah, It's true, ladies and gentlemen. You hit on her too soon, your night's over. But in the end, she is the ultimate prize. You get her, and you're a winner. So I made the last call, took a shot, and made a smooth approach. And yes, I took her on home. That's right, I got her. I felt great, like I had conquered something, like I was a real winner. But you know, looking back at it now, I realized I wasn't so much a winner. Because I know somewhere down the line, it's going to start all over again. I'm going to see a nice rack, and right on cue, I'll go play the game once again. But you know what? That's okay. And why? Because I'm a guy.